Welcome back to Risque Business News. I'm your host, Laura.
And I'm May. And today on the pod, we are going to talk about the secret lives of Mormon wives. We're going to do a little deep dive bio on each cast member. What are they up to now? Some of their biggest scandals. I also want to talk a little bit about Diddy and R.I.P. Fuck that asshole.
Yep.
And are you familiar with Teen Mom? Do you watch that show?
I know the show.
Okay, so there's
I know the concept.
There's some drama going on, and we'll do a little ethics debate.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Ethics debate on Diddy.
Ethics debate on Diddy. Yay or nay? What do we think, gang?
We're thinking nay. Okay, guys, enjoy.
Where's the money? I don't understand how you make money.
Hold on.
From that, though.
2 stand-up comics in New York City.
Just learned a lot of this stuff. I'm gonna ask all the stupid questions that you might be thinking at home, but are afraid to ask people.
Making it to where you feel like you're too stupid to be able to ever engage in it, they win.
Why the fuck are they doing this?
It's to make money. It's Risque Business News.
I do feel like this podcast has helped me be ahead of the curve on this entire Diddy thing.
Oh, yeah. No, it's true.
Right? Like,
yeah.
we did like an entire, I think it was like 2 episodes that we spent unpacking some pretty traumatic shit.
Well,
around
I've
Diddy.
had fun because people have been like, what the fuck is a freak off? And I'm like, funny you ask.
You're like, sit down. Yeah. Let me share more about
these freak offs. The fact that they were called freak offs. I hate that, man.
Yeah.
That's my hot take. I hate P. Diddy.
Yeah. And then after we recorded those episodes, I'm pretty sure is when they found that video. Did we see that video while we were recording? I can't remember. But there's a video. We're certainly not going to we're not going to watch it because I don't think our account will stay up.
No.
But you can just see him beating the shit out of Cassie in an elevator. And that was the one that they had paid off the hotel in order to cover it up, which is insane.
First of all, that hotel should be ashamed of themselves. Whoever's behind that cover up should also go to prison, in my opinion.
I know. Is that breaking a law? It feels like breaking a law, but I don't technically know which law.
Obstruction of justice.
Oh.
That could be something.
Oh. That sounds legit. I don't know if you're making that up, but
I mean, that's what it is. They hid information that would have put somebody in, at least legal proceedings.
Yeah.
Maybe not prison because the world is so fucked up. So you could literally be beating a woman, maybe potentially to the point of her death and literally get out of jail.
Like a lady we know.
Yeah.
Not that it matters, but like this couldn't have been more insane. Like famous lady being beat to shit on camera in a public hotel. In the hallway, not in the room, just loose in the hallway.
Crazy.
What was wild about that one too is that the video was old enough that I think it technically went outside of, forgetting that term, the legal limits.
Oh yeah, it was. I know what you're talking about. Statute of limitations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Look at you.
I know, right? I'm like, I am
lawyer
on today.
Yeah,
Yesterday I was off. I need to be on.
No, absolutely. We got to lock in. Okay. We got to lock in to talk about these Mormons.
Yeah.
The most serious.
But yeah, so Diddy is locked up. There's always some weird sect of people when this happens with when celebrities going to jail for something wicked fucked up that are still defending him. And I'm here to tell you, if you're still defending this man, you're mentally ill.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You are mentally
He's
ill.
Epstein round 2. He's Black Epstein. He's great.
Black Epstein. It's crazy.
They can do everything.
Yeah, it's... I mean, it's absolutely insane. Did you see that clip, actually? Aubrey O'Day or Audrey O'Day? It's either Aubrey or Aubrey.
I'm not familiar.
She was in the... what was the band name? It was like she was in Making the Band, and then they sang that song, We in the Club.
Oh, Danity Kane.
Danity Kane, yes.
Immediately knew it.
We drive slow.
We do things
that the girls don't do.
That song slapped.
Yeah.
Also, Danity Kane was the only thing that came out of Making the Band.
Yes, correct.
Danity Kane was great.
But anyway, she was on
Was.
The Apprentice, and Donald Trump's talking to her, and this was like obviously from like 2008 or something. And she was like, well, I have all this experience doing X, Y, and Z. And he was like, working for Diddy. And she was like, yeah, I guess like whatever. And you could tell she was kind of like brushing it off. And then he was like,
didn't want to linger.
Yeah. And then Donald Trump was like, Diddy's a good guy, right? He's a friend of mine. He's a good guy. And she was like, I won't answer that question. And this was like back in like 2008. And I was like, she knew.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's what's weird about it is like, so many people knew. I hope to think that a lot of people weren't aware of the extent. And I think that's kind of probably the same with some of the Epstein stuff where it's like, you just know this guy is like kind of crazy, like has these crazy parties. But you don't really know a ton beyond that because there's a lot of people who took pictures with Diddy he was just a celebrity. So like
Yeah.
everybody and their fucking mother has a picture with it. So I'm like, certainly not all of these people were just signing off on this.
Right.
It's kind of gotten to the point now where like these people are so prominent in society that even if you just see a picture of them and like fucking Malala or something, you're like, you can't assume any like, assumption. Like they have no fucking idea. It was just posing two famous people. The end.
So what I'm interested in is a lot of people are like, oh, when Justin Bieber was up and coming, he was really involved. And Justin Bieber famously is like, you know, kind of fucked up now, but I mean, every child star is, so you can't really pinpoint why.
Why?
He also has not been making a ton of music, and I read somewhere, and this is a kind of conspiracy, that he's sort of like quitting the biz, and I was like, I wonder what happened to him.
Certainly something. He was with Usher, right? I remember
With Usher, yeah.
And Usher had been groomed by Diddy when he was younger, I believe, because didn't Usher live with Diddy?
Yeah, when something like that.
Like when he was 14 or something.
Yeesh.
I'm sorry. I'm going off the back of my mind right now from like episodes we did 3 months ago or something like that. So
Listen,
that might as well be fucking 25 years as far as my brain is concerned.
As soon as we close our laptops, I delete. Control-Alt-Delete.
Absolutely. I have 15 minutes worth of shit in my brain at a time.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty much it.
Nothing. I can't even memorize my own fucking jokes. Like literally.
Got to record them. Otherwise, like, I don't know. It's
Truly.
gone into the ether. Matt sometimes will reference something I've said, and I'm like, huh. I'm pretty funny. That's not bad. But it's
great.
A fresh thought. It's a fresh thought in my brain.
You're so impressed by yourself.
I know. I'm like, damn, that's not, I should have written that down or something.
Wow. That's hilarious. So, okay, yeah, Diddy's locked up, thankfully. Bye, bitch.
Well, for now, we'll see.
Yeah. I also saw he's on suicide watch in prison.
Oh, because of that. Because he's literally Black Epstein, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I give him like 72 hours. I hope he stays around because I want like justice and also justice like from the other people who were involved.
Right.
However, the likelihood of us getting that, almost zero.
Yeah, almost zero.
It's a 1% chance we get that. It is a 99% chance he gets McAfee'd.
I would like to know who the fuck killed Epstein.
Well, okay. He's not going to tell us that.
No, I know.
I would like Santa to be real as well. Yes.
I know that he's not going to tell us that, but I would like somebody to tell us that. Like,
Yeah.
even if I find out when I'm 90 years old, I'll be like, finally, all right, I can die now.
Yeah. No, I hear you. That would be a great deathbed wish.
Yes.
Can I just find out? Like this, my grandma wants me to know who killed Epstein.
I need to know who killed Epstein. Okay, so next topic I want to talk about is there is a teen mom couple. So the Teen Mom series, I've been watching that actually since I was like in college. Obviously, I don't watch it anymore. Not obviously, but I don't watch it anymore because, listen, I got more important things to do, like watch Mom Talk on.
Once you beat teen pregnancy, you're no longer interested. Yeah. That's the rule.
But anyway, there was this couple on it, Caitlin and Tyler. They were from the OG season, and they were interesting on the show because they were the only ones that gave their baby up for adoption.
Okay, good for them.
Right. So they gave them up for adoption. It was an open adoption, meaning that they still had like visitation, not like visitation rights, but it was more like they would be involved in their lives in some way and like kind of check in with each other once a year or something like that.
I don't mind that because it's like pretty obvious, you know, and then
Right.
the kid doesn't have to wonder. They're just like, yeah, that's my fucking biological parents.
It's true. So their baby, Carly, this is crazy. The Carly is like 15 right now or something, which is how long that show's been on the air.
Okay, so the baby they had in that first season, they have not had they're still together.
They're still together, and now they're still together, and they have several of like their children that they've kept.
Oh, so like on purpose kids.
On purpose kids.
That's great.
It's great.
Good for them.
It's good.
Uh-oh.
But now Carly's parents, so her adoptive parents, have now shut off all communication with Caitlin and Tyler. And Caitlin and Tyler are like on this social media tirade being like, this is fucked up, blah, blah, blah. And they keep talking about Carly, who's the baby that was adopted, on the show Teen Mom on MTV. So I see both sides where they're like, and we don't really know because there's no information from Carly herself. She's a teenager now. She might be like, I don't want to be in the limelight. I do not want to see my biological parents and have a fucking camera talk about it.
No.
And be whatever. You know what I mean? So it's
also,
really
like,
complicated.
When you adopt a kid, you absolutely, I think that you should be able to make the choice that they're not going to be on reality TV until they're 18. and dragging them in when they're not technically your at least legal responsibility anymore.
Yeah.
That's wild because you have to sign fucking paperwork.
So I don't know, because I wish I knew this information, but I don't know if like she's actually been on the show, but she's discussed at length on the show.
Yeah.
And also she
and the show right
and like
now.
text messages and stuff like that have been like shared on the show.
See, that's inappropriate.
It's inappropriate to me.
I guess that's not technically illegal. Like you're allowed to talk about other human beings. Clearly we're doing it right now. If it's illegal, it's a problem for us at this exact moment. But it just feels inappropriate and definitely not something you would do if you were trying to genuinely respect and value the relationship with your child.
Agreed.
You know, like if your actual priority was their well-being and they were saying, no, we don't want this, then you don't do it, even though it's riveting television.
Yeah, exactly.
It's real good TV though.
Well, I feel so bad for them for so many reasons, but I think the reason why they gave up the child for adoption was because, you know, they both came from like shitty backgrounds. Both of their parents are drug addicts, and actually at one point their parents were dating.
Oh no.
So they were like kind of step siblings. It was like a crazy situation.
I knew a girl dating a guy like that.
Yeah.
They weren't technically together, but like step sibling.
Yeah. And you're like, oh boy.
Yeah,
but they're like not related, but it's like guys.
It's weird.
It's weird.
It definitely feels on one of those gray situations, which I was like, oh, I'm personally not into it. But,
no thanks.
Pop off. Everyone do their own thing.
But anyway, they gave the baby up for adoption thinking like this is our shitty fucking lives, and so we don't want to bring the kid into this. And then they didn't know that they would be reality stars for the next 15 years and have a pretty good income and like a really nice house and be able to have like however many kids, at least 2 on their own.
Yeah, they're able to support a family.
They're able to support a family, but how would they have possibly fucking known that then? They thought they were probably just doing some like weird ass show for 1 second. So
it was also one of like the early reality shows.
Yeah.
So there was no reason to assume you could go be an influencer. How? There wasn't even Instagram.
Right. They wouldn't have known that. So
there's no options.
Their lives have like turned around and they've, you know, made it for themselves, at least financially. I think emotionally they probably are a mess because they're reality stars.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the reality is about their family. That's like really intense.
Their reality is about them making bad choices for their family.
Yeah, literally.
And then here we are, them continuing to try to do so. I think they need to leave her alone. I'm sorry, that's literally that's what you decided when you gave her up for adoption. It's not like forever. When she turns 18, she could choose to go and engage with you, but for now, like that's couple years. Write her letters.
Oh my God,
there's some damn letters. And then keep it off TV.
Keep it off TV. It's ridiculous. It's not my business to know what's going on.
Like I'd like to keep knowing, so please carry on with the updates. However, you shouldn't. You should not. You should just cut me off.
Yeah, and I mean she has like social media now. Obviously, I don't know. I haven't looked her up.
She's 15.
But it's like that's crazy. You know, like there's a bunch of like crazy MTV fans, and if like they're on there being like, it's fucked up that Carly won't talk to us, like who knows? People are insane. They might be like in her DMs, also, being like, you should talk to your real parents, or I don't fucking know. I'm like,
now you're gonna go send those DMs.
Oh my God,
like, maybe she got those. I don't know.
Actually, in college when I was watching the show, there was one guy on the show who I fucking hated. Chelsea Huska's boyfriend. What was his name? I forget his name. Whatever. He was a piece of shit. Continues to be a piece of shit. I think he's in jail now. Anyway, I literally was like so mad watching this reality star show that I went on Facebook and I found him and I messaged him. I was like, "You're a really bad father."
You're cyberbullying MTV star.
He fucking deserved it. He was so mean to her.
I think that message probably turned a corner for him. He's like, I got to get it together. Random ladies are DMing me on Facebook of all places.
The times were like 2009.
Yeah, that was you were like, you are out of my top 8. It's not happening. It's not happening, mister.
Oh man, the men on that show, dreadful.
Yeah.
So as you can imagine, oh my God. But I was going to say, there's this new show I recommend to everybody. It's on Netflix. I forget what it's called. Oh, like Into the Fire or something like that, where this woman, it's the craziest story ever. Without giving anything away, this woman goes on like a quest to find the daughter that she gave up for adoption. It turns out that the girl actually went missing 21 years ago. And it's like her big quest to find out what happened to her. And the twists are unbelievable.
She couldn't go ask the adoptive parents? Were they no more?
Well, it was a closed adoption, so she had to like track everybody down. I'll tell you offline because I don't want to ruin it for the audience, but
Okay.
exceptional.
And I'm sure as shit never going to watch it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
It's really good. Speaking of things that I'm shocked you watched, because I walked in and Laura was watching this, we are going to talk about the secret lives of Mormon wives.
I will say this show probably not going to be a continual watch for me.
It's boring.
It's not good. I'll say it.
It's very bad. Actually, so it's kind
and
of
it's
like,
taking the world by storm. It's fucking everywhere right now.
It's everywhere. So as you know, I'm like a reality TV savant, okay? But I have my limits. And I think it's so bad that it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I clearly was watching it, so it had me because the entire time I was like, huh? Like, that was my expression the entire time. I was like, what? Why are they so mad?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Well, they're not Mormons.
Right.
Why are we pretending they're Mormons? This is weird.
I can't stand reality shows where like everyone's so angry and yelling, but I'm like, no logical person would be this angry and yelling. Like, you're doing it for the TV, but I don't know what you're talking about. This isn't connecting for me.
Yeah, it's difficult.
You know?
You don't know the premise of the show. It's basically these like Mormons, Church of Latter-day Saints people, all
in
these
Utah.
These Utah girlies that are all super cute, and they just have drama together. They were all on TikTok together in this little creator house, mom talk, but they didn't live together. They just did all these TikToks together, and then they had a swinger incident.
Yeah, so I'll get into
talk about that.
Yeah, so the first thing that I want to talk about is their hair. Okay, so all of them
what
have
is up with that?
crazy fucking hair extensions.
I was honestly so jealous the entire time because I tragically had a really bad cut happen recently.
You did.
Dude, every once in a while, just the earth decides that the universe is just like, fuck you. Fuck your life. Mm-hmm. And I asked for it to be to here. It was
not.
To here. I asked for here. I thought that'd be a nice cleanup. No, it's grown already. Yeah. It was 4 inches. She cut off 8 inches of my hair.
Yeah, she did.
She went fucking rogue. Like,
she went crazy.
The voices in her head took over for a second. They were like, cut it all off.
What was she thinking?
I don't know.
What was she thinking?
I love her too.
Yeah.
I'm not going to blow you up, but I'll probably be back. Let's be real, because I have no fucking self-respect. But she went so rogue. I left and I was just like, oh my God, that's like 2 pounds of hair on the ground, bitch. What happened?
And you have such beautiful hair. It's like, fuck.
It's all gone.
It's all gone.
It'll be fast. But anyway,
I actually need a
what are we
haircut,
doing?
and I'm going to go to her because I've been going to her for years.
Get ready for a fucking
bob
up here.
Could you imagine? I'd be so mad.
Above the shoulder. I asked for mid-chest. I asked for here. That's not even close.
No, that's crazy. It's not crazy.
So,
it's
and the
insane.
entire time I'm watching these Mormons, I'm like, God damn it! Look at those long ass hair.
Well, they're all. If it helps, they're
It's
extension.
fake. Yeah, maybe I'll be. What if
Maybe you'll get
I'll show up next week and I'll be like to here. Everyone's like, what happened?
What's going on?
I'm like, no, it's real. It's real.
It just grew super fast. I use Nutrafol.
I just take a collagen supplement. It's like fine.
So one thing that they do with their curls is that they don't curl the ends for some reason. That's a big look in Utah.
There's a lot of weird things that they do.
I don't know why they.
I don't mind the look though. You don't like it?
It's not great. It's good, not great. Good, not great.
I think it just looks like puffier around this. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they originally curled the bottom and it just didn't work.
I mean,
out.
this one in particular looks really bad, but
must be nice to be able to do that. Wow.
Yeah.
I miss it. Oh my God, I got my hair blown out. I'm sorry to keep going to this.
No,
so right after I got this crazy ass haircut, I was going to a wedding and I went and got a blowout. And I asked the person, I was like, I'm freaking out about my hair already. I was like, maybe just like a little volume, like a light wave, a little volume. And I specifically was like, if you make it curly, don't do that because it's gonna get like to my chin short.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna be fucking up there. And the guy was like, got you for sure. That's my first red flag. Gay, not gay, man.
Not gay. Well, that's insane.
And old.
That's
just
crazy.
An old man was doing my hair. It's like on boot, like my dad was just doing my hair.
That's so funny.
And he's like, I got you 100%. I walked out of there with fucking ringlets. It was like tight. And my bangs were straight out. I don't know what. I paid him $100, United States dollars. And I was just like, love it. Great. fucking put tip on it.
We need to.
And I went back to the Airbnb, and I immediately showered. I was like, no.
Oh my gosh, so fucking funny. Wait, you showered? I thought you just fixed it.
I showered. I gave up.
So annoying.
It was
so awful.
It was just, you know what? Sometimes the universe gives you, if that's the challenge the universe is giving me right now, I'm in a very blessed point in my life. However, still fucking annoying.
Still fucking annoying.
Still annoying.
Yeah. Hate that for you.
Bangs were literally like unicorn horn out of my head.
Like, this is not working out.
I was like, what am I supposed to go with this? What are you doing?
Terrible. That was so fucking funny, dude. You need to put the photo up on her Instagram.
That's contraband. That you could put me in. You could Epstein prison me, and I would be like, that's not going anywhere.
I know Harris. Like, I feel like men actually. I was gonna say they don't understand. They do understand because men, when they're balding, they literally go through a mental breakdown.
Yeah,
but like
as they should.
But hair is so personal. Like, I have to get my hair cut, and I'm like, I hate when I fucking have a bad haircut.
It's the worst.
It sucks.
It's the worst, and it's also just that moment where you're just like running through all the things you have coming up in your life, and you're like, perfect.
And like,
great.
You and I feel like we both have, for whatever reason, like faces that can't support short haircuts. I've tried it. It's not it.
It's just not it.
It's just not it. Like, I need a long haircut, or else my face, I look like, I just don't look. You know what it is? I don't feel like sexy. I could be like, I look put together.
Yeah, I feel like sexy. I look like a mother so fast. Not being a mother is sexy, but you know what I mean. Like in the old.
Excuse me.
But like, you know, like the olden, like where they would just turn into like Hillary Clinton,
right?
You know?
Yes.
Like, that's like I'm like immediately morphing into like someone who should be in local government. You know.
I'll never forget one time I was at my friend's house and her mom came back from. I was probably like 10. And her mom came back from a haircut, and she had gotten like a Karen haircut. Like, it was really short.
Exactly.
It was like super short,
classic.
and then like had like long things right here. And she like went up to her husband and was like, "Oh, like, what do you think?" And he was like, "Wow, it's a big change or whatever." And I like went home. I told my mom, I was like, "She got a really bad haircut, and I think the husband's lying to her." And I was like, and now she just has to like deal with this horrible hair. And my mom was like, "It's really not the end of the world." And I was like, "No, it is."
No, Mom. You should send her food. You should check in on her. You should do
I was like,
wellness checks on this woman. Like, she needs help.
I was like, this woman is crying.
Absolutely.
She should be crying.
It's a refugee situation right now.
She was probably completely fucking fine.
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
She was me. I had like 2 mental breakdowns about it. Matt was like, okay. I did not realize your mental state was this vulnerable. I was like Samson over here. You took away my powers.
No, I get it.
I'll be back though, folks. Don't you fucking worry.
You will be back. You'll be back. Okay, cool. So we're going to talk about these fucking Mormon bitches. First of all, the opening is so funny. So they're all in these matching blue coats, which I guess is like Mormon colors. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like pea coats. It's baby blue.
It's first of all, they're very unattractive coats. Very,
the impact together, though, is quite profound because they're on this like snowy Utah lawn in front of the temple.
Right.
It kind of reminded me of what's that show? With the red
Handmaid's
hood.
Tale.
Literally, I was like, oh, it's like Handmaid's Tale, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be a commentary on like, you know, the church as a whole, and I was like a little bit, but not a little bit, not nearly as much as they really should have, in my opinion.
I agree. So the woman who really got this off the ground is that Taylor Frankie Paul. So she's like the star of the show, if you want to think about it that way. But she's not even in the show that much, to be honest. But she started the show. It was her idea. So I want to talk about a few things. Their net worth and some scandals that they've all been in. So Taylor Frankie Paul, her net worth is listed as $3 million, which is amazing. And she has 4.6 million followers on TikTok, which is a lot.
I mean, this girl is just not a Mormon, but I kind of like her. I mean, she just seems really young and like she's making stupid choices in her life. But like, yeah, you're in your what, early 20s? Do you know how old
she's 28?
Okay, never mind. Okay, maybe you should be getting your shit together a little bit more by now.
She's 28 and a mother of 3, but yes.
Oh. Okay, well then this is less cute. I was like, oh no, she's just like out there having fun. Girl, live your life.
Wait, did you not get to the part of the show where like she got pregnant by that guy now?
Yes, I did. I did get that part, and she like had a I guess spoiler alert. I don't know.
Everyone's seen it.
You fucking watch this show? But she had like a miscarriage or something, and they keep bringing it up.
I think it was like an old miscarriage.
either way, they keep bringing that up. And then her new boyfriend was like a former fentanyl addict.
Yes. He is gross.
Yeah. I mean, it just felt like tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a choice. The mom was so mad. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if that's a Mormon thing or it's like you're dating a guy which is fine. And people can go move forward in their lives and you like live great lives. But to immediately be divorced and then immediately start dating this man.
And they were dating for like literally a month before she got pregnant. So.
Right. Like, come on.
That's just like a common sense mom thing to be angry.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
My mother would be like, "What? No, you're not."
My mom would be like, "You have very bad judgment.
Yeah.
You are very bad at
very dumb.
This kind of thing."
Which is exactly what her mother said. She goes, "That you are so stupid. Why do you do stupid things all the time?" It's kind of an epic scene.
So this is her old husband. Her old husband is a funny way of saying ex-husband. So I think his name was Tate Paul. And this is her new boyfriend, Dakota. I'm like, girl's got a fucking type.
Yeah. And doesn't she, I wasn't watching it entirely, but she like moves Dakota in with her and her parents live there too or something?
No.
Okay. Maybe her parents were just over when she announced it or something.
Yeah.
Because they were furious.
They fucking should be. I mean,
they
what
were
on earth?
unhappy about the whole thing.
It's really
and
crazy.
this is important. She is one of the ones who was one of the swingers. That's why she had the divorce.
So she is like the swinger. So apparently she said that she made it seem like in her confession to everyone when they were getting divorced that everyone is swinging. We're all swinging with each other. And all the other girls on the show were like, we weren't a part of that group, but we got like lumped into it. And the community thought that we were doing this because of the way that she delivered the news.
Because they were all on Mom Talk together.
Right. But I guess it was like different people. Who knows?
I know. I read, again, this was something I wasn't super clear on, but I read that it was like she is the only person from the swinging relationship on the show.
Yeah.
The other people who were present in that relationship did not come over. And by swinging, they kept referring to it as soft swinging, which cracked me up. They were like, no, soft swinging, which apparently means everything but sex.
Oh, is that what that means?
I don't need to know that. That's your business. If you're just giving blowies to each other or whatever, like,
yeah,
to me,
might as well
same.
just go for
just
it.
Fucking go. Like those details, in the eyes of God, probably not going to matter.
Well, one thing is that I guess if someone got pregnant, it would be like, oh no, who's the dad? And these bitches are getting pregnant every fucking 15 minutes.
Yeah, because they don't use contraception at all, right?
I guess not. They're pregnant all the time. So I don't fucking know.
All right.
But anyway, so she got famous doing a few things. So first of all, she pretended she was living in a haunted house for a long time. That was kind of fun.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
So she had like...
I just heard you and I was like, what did you just say?
So she just has this like weird ass stale house that she lives in Utah.
Yeah,
God,
the classic millennial gray.
I hate millennial or Utah houses. And then she would like stage something like this where like the refrigerator opens. And
okay, so it's just clickbait shit.
Clickbait shit. She's got 2.8 million, views on this
slam
thing.
a like on that bad boy. Just kidding.
So she, she was pretending to have a haunted house. She got really famous from that. This was like way back in like 2020 or something.
Okay.
She was getting a following. And then she also was pretending that she was 50 years old.
Okay, she's really good at just scamming the internet.
Yeah, like she has fun. She has a sense of humor.
Yeah.
It's, whatever.
She just seems like she shouldn't be Mormon.
Right.
Like she just seems like a normal girl.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you're going to talk more about the drinking.
Yeah, she like every once in a while will have like a few drinks and people lose their minds over it.
People lose their minds over it, but like also they're on the fucking show all drinking together. And I'm like, well, that I know Mormons and that is not a thing.
Not a thing.
Not a thing they do.
Also,
if you are an actual Mormon, you do not drink alcohol or caffeine. I'd fit in right now. You would fit in fully.
Yeah, that's true. I would fit in
drinking alcohol or caffeine at the moment.
No, I'm having caffeine.
Yeah, well, this is caffeine free, so I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
I know, but in general, yeah.
Well, for this 25 minutes, you can be a Mormon.
Okay, great.
But the point is, they like lose their mind, and that's what's crazy. I think this is why the show doesn't work entirely. Is the stakes aren't relevant to us.
I don't care.
Like
I don't care.
But that's the premise of the entire episode is that they're mad at her for drinking. Like they were like at a party. and she brings, I think it was her, brought alcohol and was drinking. And then there's all these interviews, those cutaway interviews where they're like, it is so disrespectful for her to bring alcohol here and drink in front of us. They don't have Southern accents, but I just gave them.
There's also this big like hierarchy I've noticed in both this show as well as Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, where like you are, you know, better if you're more Mormon, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So there's like hierarchies of Mormons. So like there's, at one point in this show, it's kind of like a split house in the sense that like there's the saints, and those are people that are like super fucking Mormon, and then the ones that are the sinners and they're not Mormon enough to hang out with the real Mormons. And
yeah,
it's like,
dude, Mormons do like, they love a little higher. This because they're so bored. It's because they're so sober. They're like, what can I do to entertain myself? And then they had that one scene where they all got Botox and then we're doing the laughing gas, which is not necessary.
Not necessary at all.
You maybe get an ice pack.
Yeah.
Maybe get an ice pack. I think I do it raw.
I do it raw.
Get in there.
Because it doesn't hurt at all.
Yeah. It doesn't feel great.
It doesn't feel great, but I mean, come on. It's like ridiculous.
It's fine. It's like getting a shot at the doctor.
Yeah.
It is getting a shot. That's what you're doing.
It's not the big
And
deal.
they're sitting there on laughing gas because they want to do anything to give their, like, to have that fucked up sensation, you know?
Right. Just fucking have a glass of wine.
Just have a glass
honestly.
of wine. It's like just not that serious.
This is
Jesus
why...
drank. Like what?
Yeah, that's
in
true.
the Bible, famously.
Wait, I didn't think that did they worship Jesus?
I think
is
so.
Christ their guy?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
think don't quote me on this, but I'm fairly certain Mormonism believes that Jesus has already come back.
Oh.
But he came back to upstate New York.
Oh, good.
Or I'm mixing it up with Scientology. No, I think that's Mormonism. Wait, let's look real quick.
Okay.
We can if this takes too long, we can make it shorter. What is Mormonism? I think yeah. Okay, I was right. I know this because I went to see the Book of Mormon.
Oh, that's funny.
And Mormons believe that Christ's church was restored through Joseph Smith, who they consider a prophet. And Joseph Smith had gone to upstate New York and then left them like a tablet that they found. And that tablet had all these bonus rules. But secretly, Joseph Smith was probably just like on the run from law or something.
Yeah.
If he's real. Anyway, sorry if you're Mormon. I don't know. This is definitely not the podcast for you.
Dude, I could
but
never
we love
live
you.
in Utah.
Like and subscribe.
Remember I was in Utah for 2 fucking seconds? And first of all, Salt Lake City, was it Salt Lake City? Yeah, it was Salt Lake City. Downtown is like overrun with meth users.
What's up with that?
I don't know. Last time I was there, which was probably like 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was absolutely fucking insane.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, they were aggressive because they're on meth. Like meth is a whole different animal than like heroin or fentanyl.
Yeah, no, meth
here.
gives you too much like get up and go.
Yeah.
I don't like the get up and go drugs.
No, I want you to take a nice little nap.
Heroin they're all sad, but
They're
the
all
heroin people are a
terrible.
lot easier to deal with because they're just chilling.
They're just chilling. Yeah.
Famously, they're just fucking chilling.
Exactly.
The
But
meth people are moving and grooving.
But I felt like I was like, I wonder how many of those people were people from the church where they're like, if I'm going to be bad, I guess I'll just go all the way. Cause it's either like, I hate anything that's extremist. I hate like you have to be all the way good or all the way bad or whatever. And that's what fucking happens in societies like that, where it's like
100%.
I had a fucking Dunkin' Donuts, so now I have to do meth.
Yeah. Well, I definitely noticed the Mormons that I did know, they all had this period where they were like rebelling from the church and they would go crazy. And we'd all be like, okay, like, fucking cool it, relax. Right. It's okay.
They can't
rein it in. I do say that was one of the big takeaways for me for the first episode is a lot of these girls grew up in the church. So,
yes.
And I don't love that where their entire community and family and everything is there. So it would be very difficult for them to extract. I don't want to call it abusive, but it's one of those situations where they clearly don't believe in this thing. Clearly.
Yeah, right.
None of them are worried about actually getting in trouble with God when they do these bad things. They're worried about getting in trouble with their parents,
with their
which
peers,
you're 28.
Yeah. I know.
You're fucking 28.
It's insane.
Mommy's going to be mad at you. Like, grow up, you know?
Yeah.
But if you're worried about Jesus being mad at you, I'm like, all right, you clearly just aren't into it. And that's totally fine. Mm-hmm. But it sucks that they don't feel like they can leave.
Yeah, but isn't that every religion? You know?
I don't know.
Like if you grew up like Orthodox Judaism or
it's a
Muslim community or whatever, like if you're going against that and you're like marrying outside of that, and all of a sudden you're
Some
smoking
are-
and drinking, you know, you're going to get ostracized.
It's any, for lack of a better term, extreme religion.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Which, not a hot take, but like the more
Right.
like chill ones they're more accepting.
Right.
You know?
Oof. Yeah.
Let me just tell you, I don't think there's going to be an Islam version of this show.
No.
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 Or an Orthodox Jewish version of this show.
No, there won't be. That's true. Or a conservative, like wildly psycho Christian.
Yeah. But
They are on Wife Swap.
Yes, they are on Wife Swap exclusively.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So something sad that happened. So she was part of the swinging thing, where they invited over like some couple friends of theirs, and they started, I guess, fingering each other. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Making out in the same bed, stuff like that. So anyway, they got a divorce because stuff like that really never spices up a relationship. It usually just implodes it, to be honest.
Which means they should be divorced.
Yeah. So anyway, they got a divorce, which obviously is not supposed to be happening in the Mormon religion, but so many of these girls on the show are divorced that they're probably also like, what's the difference if I throw in a reality show on top of my divorce?
Truly.
Something really sad that happened is that she actually pled guilty to assault and battery charges. Have you gotten to this part yet?
Yes. I, again, wasn't paying attention a ton, so I like kind of tuned back in. I go, what? She was arrested?
Yeah.
Like, what happened here?
Oh, yeah.
So apparently she fought her Dakota, the new guy.
Yes, she fought Dakota, the new guy, and she she was like throwing heavy metal chairs at him. And first of all, the name Dakota, Jesus Christ.
That's the big takeaway.
I hate that name. And I hate that guy too. He's such a douche. But
yeah,
anyway,
but my God. So she got so wasted.
yeah.
I mean, it was just domestic violence.
Right. So she threw a
which is
chair at
bad.
him and it hit one of her kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So then, as you can imagine, she probably had, I actually didn't have any details on this, but like a custody battle with her ex as well. Because they're like, you're throwing chairs in your house at some fucking guy and you hit our child.
I wonder if the reason her ex and the other people didn't want to be on the show is because they're trying to check back in with their religion or something. Like if they went further into religion or if they like leaned back out. You know what I mean?
Interesting. I don't know. I mean, also
don't
they
really know.
probably, there's a lot of reasons you wouldn't want to be on a reality show. I wouldn't fucking want to be on one.
Yeah. So
yeah.
no, that's true for sure as well. But
Yeah.
you know, at this point, you're literal dirty laundry. They were already on TikTok too.
Yes.
So it's not like this is their first exposure. They have
Right.
millions of followers on TikTok. And I think that was part of the reason this all blew up is because people knew these couples
Right.
from
Yes.
TikTok.
Exactly.
We're like, they're fucking? Like, and that's exciting. That's exciting stuff to hear.
Yeah. So on top of that, apparently she also was kicking him, putting him in a chokehold. She's so small and he's so large. It's whatever. And then he was striking him multiple times. So very
And then
bad.
like literally the next episode, they're like, we're pregnant, moving in together.
Literally.
We literally are doing that.
I do feel like for a lot of the show, she was kind of MIA because she was
Dealing with
the, you know.
fallout of a pretty extreme situation.
Yes.
Awful time. Like, you're on a reality show.
I know.
I don't know. You can't keep your shit. This girl clearly needs to go to deep counseling. Probably, maybe go sit in the jail cell for like a minute. Yeah. Go on timeout. Go on adult
Something.
timeout. Grow up. You need to grow up, lady.
Yeah. No good. So this next lady I want to talk about, Whitney Leavitt. So she, you know her, Whitney.
Yes. Whitney didn't go to the baby shower, and that was an entire plot line for the episode. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Her mom called her.
Yeah.
Whitney doesn't go to the other girl, Taylor's
Yes.
baby shower. Spoiler alert. Sorry, big spoiler.
And it's a big to-do.
And then Taylor's mom gets so mad that she calls Whitney. Why is your mother involved?
You're
28. That's embarrassing.
I do not know. So Whitney, we don't know how much her net worth is. We do know that on the show she was offered, I think, $20,000 to do a collab with
A vibrator.
a vibrator, and that was
Yes.
also a big to-do.
Yes.
It's another low stakes thing. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Do the collab or don't do the collab.
Don't do the collab, or do it or don't, or whatever.
But she goes and asks her mom, and her on reality television, she's like, "Hey, mother, should I do a vibrator ad?"
Yeah.
Yes, we're being filmed as I ask you this.
Gross.
Yes, this is the equivalent of doing an ad.
Yeah. Right.
It's an entire
Right.
plot line for a fucking episode. Yeah, this
Right,
is a
right.
lot more than just a post on Instagram.
Yeah. Crazy.
Crazy. And the mom was like, "Ew, correct response. The moms actually are fucking spot on this show.
The moms are pretty spot on.
She's like, this is gross. I don't know. It's personal.
Yeah, right? Go for it. Or don't. I don't know. But I shouldn't be involved in this conversation.
I hate that we're discussing this.
So later on, actually, in the season, she announces she's pregnant. She's now pregnant again because they're pregnant always, these women.
Yeah, they are.
And she had her family cut into a cake, and then the pea stick was inside of the cake.
Ew.
And it's like,
ew.
Why are you doing that?
What the hell?
This girl's weird. This girl's real weird, and she keeps stepping in it.
Was it like a fake pea stick, like a decorative? No, like the real.
No, it was
pea
the
stick.
one that she peed on, and then they put it in a cake, and then they found it inside the cake.
Oh my god! If you do that, May has her baby shower coming up. If I
still have mine.
No. Do not put it in a cake, or put it in a fake, or like a spare cake, and then do it as a bit.
I'd be like, just joking.
Just kidding. There's a real cake. What are you crazy?
It's like old crusty ass 6-month-old pee on that thing.
Oh. Ew. You serve it to your family?
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
I do still have it though. Mark won't let me throw it out, and I'm like,
you need to throw that.
We
away.
have to get rid of this.
You need to throw that. Take a picture of it.
We have several photos of it. It's time for it to go.
The end. Send it on its way.
So she has 2.1 million followers on TikTok, like a dork.
Yeah. Is that less or more?
It's less. Ugh. I know. What an idiot. But anyway, also a big plot line is that her husband is gay.
Oh, yeah. Her husband is gay. Yeah. Also, he was for sure on Grindr, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's another, again, spoiler alert, but there's a, who cares?
It's the weirdest episode.
I know. I love it.
Okay.
Her husband has this like tearful, he's crying, the confession where he's telling her that they had like moved to Hawaii because of his big transgression. And he had a Tinder account and was messaging with other women. The man is gay.
He's gay.
And
everyone knows this.
I promise you, if he was on Tinder, it was open to men as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he was not messaging women. He was messaging men. And the poor guy grew up in the Mormon church and doesn't feel comfortable coming out.
I know.
Because his fucking family and society will condemn him.
Yeah.
Feel really bad for that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he should go deal with that like an adult. Unfortunately, that is, everyone has their lot in life and you have to figure it out. But what a tough road.
It's tough.
Difficult.
Yeah, it's not ideal. So they actually got in trouble for a few reasons. They actually had a son that got RSV, unfortunately.
What's that?
RSV is a respiratory, it's like an infection that you can get. It's really bad. Really, really bad. So that's the reason why, like, when I bring the baby home, I have to wait for it to get all its shots and like all this stuff
before hanging out,
because it's like their immunity is zero basically.
Yeah.
And so what's been going around is this thing called RSV, and it's like life threatening. It's very horrible, and it's a respiratory thing. So her son had RSV, and she decided to post this TikTok where she is dancing and explaining what RSV is next to her child who's in the ICU.
Guys, and we're not just like swaying around. She's doing like the Apple dance. She is breaking it down next to her,
pop, lock, and drop,
and the baby's in the shot. Like the baby's just like like that's so funny and so sad at the same time.
Crazy.
Oh my god, these people are deranged.
They're deranged.
Also, you know who would not like that is Jesus Christ.
Yes. I'll tell you one thing. If my kid has RSV, I'm not going to be posting content.
I'm not going to be twerking in the background.
Yeah.
His respirator is on.
No, I'm probably going to be crying and extremely overwhelmed.
Having an anxiety attack the entire time. It will not be on TikTok.
No, I won't be on TikTok. I will be the opposite of whatever is on TikTok is what I will be.
On like a fucking science forum, figuring out some experimental treatments. I'm going to be dialed in.
Oh yeah,
locked in.
So that wasn't the first time. She also did another video where she explained what a blue light was for in her daughter's crib, and apparently the daughter had jaundice, and she starts dancing around the daughter. Why isn't this playing?
Wait. Okay, so this is just are these people anti-vax?
That's a good question. Actually,
this is giving. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a really good question, but I don't know.
Why is it not?
I don't know why it's not playing. But long story short, she was dancing next to her baby who also has jaundice. So
Great.
She does not fucking think infants can die, I guess. I don't really know where she got that idea.
I don't think she knows how to healthily process her emotions.
Yeah,
she's just always busting out into dance. Like,
yeah.
That's like an SNL character.
Yeah.
like lady who can't gets uncomfortable and starts dancing.
Right. Well, it was so funny that now she's like people felt like I was using my child's sickness for clout or attention. It's like, that's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah. What?
And
you posted on TikTok. What are you fucking talking about?
She goes, everyone was so quick to forgive Taylor for swinging. And so I feel like I still get bashed. And it's like, because it's a completely separate situation. And those are consenting adults that are just doing something that's like a little naughty. Also, like, you are Mormon for way too long. I'm like, we don't care about swinging.
No,
we don't care at all.
If you want to do that, I don't need to know.
Yeah, that's between like you and your husband, and that's it. That's whatever. But like exploiting a child who's struggling to breathe in their bassinet is insane.
That is not okay. That is something that we say, huh? We say, what are you doing?
We say, what is happening here?
Come again?
We say, no, I don't think so.
Also, your husband is gay.
She also wore this horrible dress, and I just need to call attention to how horrible this dress is.
No, it's a bad dress.
Because I really don't like it.
What's the goal of this dress?
I think in her mind...
She's pregnant, right?
She's pregnant, yeah. So I think in her mind, she was like, oh, look how like cool my pregnant belly is. And I'm like, I get that. Like, I understand this. But...
It's pretty cool, but also...
That's not the look, though. It's a bad look. Like, she's trying to do the Rihanna thing, and I'm like, it's not... it's not working out.
Also, is this? I'm assuming this is for like home, right? Like a nightie.
No.
Oh no, she went out in it.
She went out in it, and she did like press in it.
Oh, I don't like that at all. It looks like
bad.
It looks like some trashy lingerie.
It looks terrible. She looks awful. It also doesn't help. She's the least likable of the crew, and she's the least attractive of the crew. And those two, that combination is a tough combination.
It's a tough one to overcome.
On reality TV,
and she's the most crazy.
If you're gonna be unlikable, you need to at least be like wildly hot and have incredible outfits.
Also, all of these people are unlikable.
Yeah,
I didn't like any of them.
I don't like any of them.
I was fascinated to a degree. I'm jealous of their hair. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
They're all very pretty in the same way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm like, all of their faces look exactly the same, minus Whitney's, to her credit.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Yeah, I had a hard time deciphering between a few of them, actually.
It's because they go to the same... Plastic surgery is weirdly in that community. It's very in. So they all look exactly the same because they go probably to the same people.
Yeah, it's not working.
So they have the same fucking work done. Like, get a new nose. Yeah, you have the same nose as your neighbor now. Great.
Yeah.
It's a nice nose, but do we need all of you to have it?
Right. It's so weird. Just no individuality whatsoever.
None. It's like, oh no, her hair is reddish brown. And mine's brown.
Yeah.
But it's the same hair. It's the same
hair.
fucking extensions, just a different shade.
So, okay, I'm just gonna kind of swing through a bunch, like the ones that I find interesting.
Those are definitely the top two, I would
definitely
feel.
the top two. So I just want to talk about this Jennifer Affleck.
Who is related to Ben Affleck?
She's not related to Ben Affleck.
She did a whole thing on the show about it.
So some Reddit users were like, that's weird. And then they went into this big deep dive and went back like 4 generations into Ben Affleck's into Ben Affleck's ancestry, and none of it connects in any way, shape, or form to Mormonism or Utah. It's all Boston and Rhode Island and England.
Wow.
So they
made
lied.
Up some shit.
They just lied.
I guess she's like, I have nothing of interest around me. I need to make up some sort of backstory that's kind of fun.
Right.
And she was right. That was fun.
But now
I
she's
enjoyed
lying.
it, but now it's fake. So
it's fake.
Now I'm pissed.
Also, her husband is a crazy looking guy. He looks like he should. Oh.
I don't remember seeing him.
Oh, terrible.
Zach Affleck.
I'll show you what he looks like. He just looks like he's going to kill somebody.
Yeah, he does look scary.
I hate the way he
looks.
Also,
is it true? I'm sorry, I don't want to jump to one of your points, that they're all the breadwinners, these women?
I think in most cases, yes. Like, he's in school, so she definitely is. And also recently he just forced her to quit TikTok. So, well, or maybe not quit TikTok, but quit the mom group or whatever.
The mom talk group.
And they moved to New York of all fucking places because he's going to school here. So they live in New York.
Maybe they have family money. It's tough to really tell, you know?
I think he does have family money. But
because they do, it's one of the plot points is that they are all the breadwinners. So they're like, we're going to bring the mom talk group back together after the swinging scandal broke us at the seams because we got to make money for our families. Like, we're working ladies.
I don't know how we're going to survive mom talk.
Yeah. So they're like, we got to get back together, get those brand deals. And then they review their brand deals, which is where the vibrator comes in. They go, we had nothing in December, nothing in January, 3 in February.
Right. It's like, oh, God. That also goes to show, by the way, because like, I remember I saw this somewhere that was like being an influencer is the new MLM. And I was like, oh, my God, it totally is.
Yeah.
Because Mormons fuck with an MLM.
They love an MLM.
They love an MLM.
They love it. Because they don't drink wine, so they have way too much focus to go and be in other people's business. It's like, what kind of fucking nail color is she wearing? What's that lady? What's she got? Are those press-on nails? Give me some of those.
Yeah.
I'm going to sell them to my friends.
So, the other thing, too, is that I don't think you've gotten to this episode yet, but they go to Chippendales. Have you gotten to that episode?
No.
They go to Chippendales, and it is literally like rocking their fucking worlds. Okay.
Oh no.
And
it's like when I went to the not even strip club, just the burlesque club in fucking what was it called, Charleston.
Oh yeah.
And everyone's losing their mind. I'm like, unless I see penetration, I'm not.
I don't care.
I don't care.
At all.
Losing their minds.
So anyway, they went to the Chippendales and they met the Chippendales dancers, and her husband, the Afflecks, literally threatened divorce over it because she went and she saw a performance.
Rein it in.
Rein it in.
Rein it in. It's gonna be fine.
This is exactly what you're talking about. The stakes are so low where it's like, what on earth? Like, I'm gonna go to a fucking show where like I'm not fucking these guys. Honestly, it's kitschy as hell too. Like no woman is like actually interested in a Chippendales dancer.
No.
Like men are fucking pigs and men will sleep with strippers and stuff, but we don't do that.
It's not what, by and large, maybe there's a couple, but like, I don't know. I don't find it like, that's not sexy.
That's
for me.
Not sexy at all. It's like a spectacle.
I'm impressed. Good job.
Sure.
You look very in shape. Very happy for you. But the fact that you are a Chippendales dancer is actually a major turnoff.
Major turnoff.
Like maybe it probably ranks in the top 5 of turnoffs for me. No.
It's actually like grotesque to me, to be honest with you.
No.
Yeah.
Love you for it. And
maybe
like, get your bag. Get your bag. But like, that's a no for me.
Yeah. Not for me.
No. On my bachelorette, we're not going to be in Tulum hitting the strip clubs.
No, we won't.
The male strip clubs.
Could you imagine?
I know. What if
I would see a sex show where they have like bananas and they're doing, stuff.
But then it's more of like a
theater experience.
What all can you put up there?
Yeah, exactly. What all can you get up there? And what all can you shoot out of there?
It's more of like an acrobatic situation.
Yes.
It's like no longer even sexual. It's more just like all right, let me see that. Let's see. How far can you get it though? Let's see.
Did I ever tell you about the fact that Mark went to a donkey show when he was like 16 or something?
No.
So him and his friends.
No, I don't know what that is, but I'm fucking putting the pieces together.
Yep. So Mark and his friends were like, obviously New Orleans is like pretty close to the Mexican border, so they would like drive over to Mexico sometimes, and they went to Mexico and they went to some guy was like hawking tickets to a donkey show, and he went and they like had this like really diseased like sick donkey with with like patches of its fur missing and stuff, and they turned it over and a Mexican prostitute banged it. And Mark was like, we were like 16-year-old, like nasty, dirty fucking NOLA guys. Like you would imagine in your mind that we would be like, oh, that was crazy. We were all like, we gotta go. We gotta go. He was like, that was way too much for me. Like I was like, what am I seeing? And I can't believe this exists.
Also that I don't even need to go into the issues with.
Yeah.
Wow. I hate that exists. And now I know about it. Thanks, May. What's next?
Okay.
Cool. I gotta go, I don't know, black out or something. Try to delete that memory somehow.
Another fun one, Mikayla Matthews. So she is the one who got pregnant at 16 by her husband who was in his 20s.
Okay. I don't know what Utah's rules are, but that feels right there.
Obviously I think they have like those like Romeo and Juliet rules that if you're within a certain age range, it can be okay. And I think in Utah specifically, I might be misquoting this, but it's either 5 or 10 years.
Okay. Well,
So.
I still hate that.
Yeah, not great. Also, he's the one who lost his job over the trailer of the show, but I don't know what his job was. I couldn't find it.
Oh. Huh.
So,
All right.
there's that. Her
Watch, he's
husband's
like,
kinda
no, I
hot.
lost it over the show. He was just a shitty employee.
Yeah.
He's like, no, my pip just ran out. Like,
My pip ran out.
I don't know, sweetheart. That was because of the show.
Yes, correct. So some of the rest of these ones are kind of like boring a little bit. Jessi, she's the hair academy lady, and she founded Jay-Z Academy, which everyone says is Jizz Academy.
All right. Well,
so
I'm
there's
sure she
that.
did that on purpose because
And
everyone
then-
would be like, "Tee, she said jizz."
Right, literally.
It's crazy.
I know that. Also, one thing that they do in the show is like they'll show each other like, I did this like saucy photo shoot for my husband, and then they'll like show the picture. They're like,
Yeah.
that's crazy, and I'm like, I'll take nudes for my husband. I'm not gonna show Laura.
If you had,
could you?
not just Laura, gather around all of my friends. Let's go through them in front of me.
Could you imagine me being like, and this is my pussy in this lighting, and this is my
it's
pussy
wildly
in this.
No. You only show weird shit like that if there's like look at my stomach in this one. Can
Right,
you imagine?
right.
You know, what the fuck was happening there? I went straight from Chipotle like an idiot.
Well, my friend sent me one of her nudes once because she goes, I just sent this to a guy and look in the background and
Yes.
her fucking weave was on the floor. It was the
Exactly.
funniest fucking thing that's ever
Exactly.
happened in my life.
Those are the kind of settings in which you show people when you're like,
Yeah.
"Ugh, I fucked up. Look,
Yeah.
this is wild.
Crazy.
Not just like, what do you think? 10 out of 10?
10 out of 10?
10 out of 10?
Oh, God, horrible.
Pretty good.
So yeah, some of them are kind of like whatever. This Layla Taylor lady, she is worth $1 million apparently, but her main storyline was that she got divorced, and I was like, I don't really care.
Yeah, that's what do you bring something better to the table.
Bring something
sweetheart.
better to the table. You need to swing.
Literally, Taylor is carrying this
She
show.
is. Taylor and
Whitney are carrying it.
Like, do you even recognize this girl? She's like on the show. I'm like barely
Nope.
on the show. She only has 152,000 followers. I know a lot of people with more followers than that.
Yeah, you're barely there, girl.
You're on a reality show. You got 400 likes on this.
She looks great.
She's beautiful, but she's not.
But she's
not
not delivering
pulling
the
her
drama.
weight.
Let's
She's
hear
not
some crazy
delivering it.
shit. Go to jail.
She needs to go to jail.
You need to go to jail. Not for throwing things at kids, though. That's where I draw the line.
Yeah,
That was a little much.
that's
Taylor
true.
really is popping her pussy for this show, though. I'll tell you that.
She is popping her pussy for the show. She definitely is popping her pussy, and Whitney's popping her pussy as well. I don't like her, but she is doing.
She's trying. So I would imagine the church has excommunicated these women. Yeah?
I looked it up and I couldn't really find anything specifically on that. I think that they probably will try to at least try to say that they're still involved with the church for the drama, because the drama is that they drink.
It's all under these like fake, the rules of this church where I'm like, all right, well, that's not, I don't give a shit. Sounds like you should leave your club or leave the church, one or the other.
That's it.
That's kind of it. But I would imagine that the church leaders are probably like, this is insane.
100%.
This is not acceptable. And Mormons, they take it very seriously.
They do, yeah.
And they, to be fair, they are very smart and they work hard and they do well.
Mm-hmm.
They're also great at MLMs, and I think it's a little much sometimes. But I'm sure that community does not appreciate this literal domestic violence case.
They should just have a glass of wine and join the rest of us in polite
It's-
society.
It's fine. It is
It's
not
fine.
that serious.
No.
Jesus turned up, okay? And
Yeah.
if he could turn up, so can you.
So can I. So can us all.
You can after you have that baby.
Yeah.
Not while pregnant. Jesus says, no turning up while pregnant.
That's true.
Well,
I can't wait to turn up. All right.
Delight. We'll be back next week. I don't know
We'll-
what we're talking about, but we'll find something.
I think we'll do something more business.
Well,
appropriate.
they're certainly fucking making money. I'll tell you that. That is
Yeah.
a business story. If there's scandals and money,
That's true. Bank accounts, we're in. But anyway, yes. So stay tuned for next week. Follow us at Risque Business News. Follow me at May_Planner.
and me at Laura Sogar, and we will see you next week. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.